Hi, I'm Robin Boyce. Come on back. We're going to find out more about what the Bayer YMCA is doing and what Logistics Design's strategy is doing in the St. Louis area. Come on back. Hello there again. I'm Robin Boyce for City Corner. In the studios with me right now is Mr. Rob West, who is Senior Executive Director of the Bayer YMCA. How you doing there, Rob?
I'm outstanding.
Great.
So
I had you on maybe about 18 months ago, maybe 2, but right when the COVID hit. And you all were about to do a fundraiser over there. I hope that went really well with the whole COVID situation hitting everything, and we all trying to figure out, okay, do we do it virtually? How do we do this thing? How are we going to make folks wear masks and things like that? But you got another fundraiser coming up.
We do.
Masking has been lifted. Tell us more about this fundraiser and what are you going to do for Bayer this round?
Well, this year we're going to stick with the actual virtual auction.
Oh, okay.
So the virtual auction, again, like I said, was very successful last year.
Very good.
Our goal for the Bayer Y is to raise $90,000. And our annual campaign actually goes to support. It actually lets us live through our mission, and it says that no one will be turned away due to their inability to pay. So the monies that we raise through not only the live auction, but in-person asks, help to support that. That's
great. That's why I've always supported the Y and their activities. This is the kind of organization that not only took care of me as a young person growing up in the community. That particular YMCA was years ago, as you know, historically was the Page Park YMCA, moved on to be Monsanto, with Monsanto being bought out by Bayer. Now it's the Bayer YMCA, and it's gone through lots of renovations, and it's just tremendous, the expansion that has gone on over there. With those memories of what we knew about the Y and that whole family feel, is that still there at the Bayer YMCA? Very, very much so. In fact, the original the YMCA has turned into was the 1912, actually was the African American YMCA. Right. One of the first YMCAs built for blacks. Mm-hmm. And today is just an extension of that. Albeit a little bit more diverse. Exactly. The lion's share of our members at the Bayer YMCA are black, mm-hmm. And from the community, mm-hmm. that we serve, 63112. Right. The Wells Goodfellow area. So the Y historically, has been a part of families and raising families. We build strong kids that turn into strong families. Yes, they do. That essentially become strong communities. So, nothing's changed much other than, being specific and very intentional about some of the programs that we offer. Mm-hmm. Today, we have a huge focus on swimming and teaching our young brothers and sisters how to swim. That's a big thing when it comes to black folks and swimming, right? Get them in the pool. We are 4 times more likely to die by drowning. Okay. So a lot of our area, our focus area is on swimming right now. We have a magnificent mm-hmm. early childhood education yes. center as one of the other things that is indicated by our community as a need. So as we try and evolve, we make it a point to be very intentional about the programs we offer based on our community's need mm-hmm. and want. You said earlier before we went up that you've got a lot more new members now. I asked you about my golden folks, the seniors that used to come over there every morning. My parents were a couple that used to do the same thing, get over there and swim and sit in the steam and do a little working out. But you said the seniors haven't quite come back yet. They're taking it a little easy. Yes, and I think that's across the board. Yes. As the coronavirus raged, one of the key indicators is that it was, really impacting, the senior population. Yes. So a little bit more cautious to come back. But we do have some
And sporadically, we'll have, it's really cool to go in the morning, and they are back. As you mentioned, though, we have brand new members.
Yes.
We had a really good, I wouldn't say growth spurt, but we maintained throughout, and membership didn't necessarily decline. It sort of stayed steady. So the beautiful thing is when those seniors do come back, they'll have new family,
some new folks
there to participate in programs, and again, like I said, keep the Y fruitful and full.
Most definitely. What's attracting people to the Y? You said you saw a little bit of a spurt there, probably toward the middle of the COVID. Why are people coming back? What are folks hoping that they can get or draw from the Bayer YMCA? Well,
again, I think that it is, the Y is really about health and wellness, but it's also about social. I mean, full transparency.
And that's health as well. People need folks around them that talk, and that's healthy.
So spirit, mind, and body, that is the whole of what we are about. And I think with COVID, as we all know, it made us not be whole. I would hope that people are coming back, to get healthy and to stay healthy. But again, like I said, the community feel, the family feel, in particular at the Bayer YMCA, is what I hope keeps them there.
That's great. That's great. Now, this virtual kind of gala that you're going to have, tell us a little bit more about that. And when will it take place?
So we have some amazing items. First of all, I would like to say we have some amazing board members who are really, really pushing and supporting the event. Some amazing items from flat screen TVs to vacation getaways there. It is used, again, like I said, to support sort of the broader annual campaign. So it will start on March 20th, and we'll go live on March 26th with some really cool presentations from Megan O is actually going to be.
Megan!
Yeah.
Oh, my friend.
She's going to sort of be the host for that evening. And again, like I said, just some really cool events that we would love to drive people in and bid on, recognizing every single dollar from the event goes to support our annual campaign.
So anybody can tune in, check out what's going on with reference to what it is that you're offering for the auction.
Absolutely.
And bid on it then.
Absolutely. And again, like I said, it will go live on March 20th, and then we will have a live segment on March 26th.
But they can go ahead of time and look at some of the items before the live event, or can they bid before the live event?
Bid and check it out. Again, like I said, we strategically about a week in advance. So, you can actually go online right now to the Bayer website, and it tells a little bit about some of the items and some of the things that we have to offer. On the 20th, you could actually go live and bid, and make some of the bidding will be buy it now, so it'll be topped out. So really cool.
That's exciting.
Cool and different.
Yes.
Of course, we always want to be in person.
Sure.
But right now, just with the way things are, it's virtual.
Well, see, that's an awesome thing to do, because you are still being cautious. You're still checking out the science anyway, making sure that everybody's safe in the process and making a difference. Now, let's talk a little bit about you, Rob. YMCA has been your career. You've worked all over the country with YMCAs. Tell us a little bit about your background. 23
years between Nashville, Milwaukee, and 15 years here, going on 16 years. Truthfully, I was a kid who used to sneak in the Y in Nashville.
Really?
And was introduced to the Y with some involuntary volunteer work. I got called sneaking in, and they said, hey, in order for you to stay, here's some things you have to do. And just fell in love with the community part of it, because that same judge who could punish me, actually I could be in charge of him in the gym at the YMCA.
Okay.
23 years, amazing time. Again, like I said, I've had the ability to say yes when most say no.
Yes.
And that has been the great part of it for me. Again, like I said, when we say family, you'll hear me say my kids. Well, I have thousands of them.
Okay.
Because again, like I said, just the relationships and that were built throughout my career.
And that's what you really do like about that YMCA feel, and what people like about it is community. And it's bringing people together, and that's a part of that whole being healthy kind of a movement that people are doing in society. Do you see at certain times of the year, and we could say pre-COVID, was there a certain time of the year you saw a lot of folks getting into the gym, and was there a certain time of the year when you saw a drop-off?
Absolutely. So New Year's resolutions.
So you see a lot of folks getting in there with those resolutions. I'm going to work out, I'm okay.
Everybody's coming. Usually around June-ish, when the weather sort of shifts, we do see a decline in the overall membership numbers. But,
yes,
we're working on some things. Again, like I said, our goal is to keep people there forever. So there should be no drop-offs. It's up to us as program people and operators of those facilities to provide opportunities so that people don't leave.
Right.
But yeah, definitely January, February are the huge times
So the first quarter of the year is always like, whoa, there's a lot of folks in the gym, and then you start seeing folks taper off just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, but then you all have such great programs for young people during the summertime, helping moms out and dads out when they need somewhere for their young people to go. You still have those kind of programs?
Absolutely. Day camp is, again, like I said, the Y is known for a lot of different things.
It was a savior for me. Lord, have mercy.
Day camp is definitely one. At Bayer, in particular, we average about 120, 130
kids that you're still working with?
Every single summer. And, again, like I said, for us, we provide that care so that a parent can say, I'm dropping my kid off and I don't have to worry. And
you don't. I have to say, I really have always enjoyed working with the Y. It's been a part of my life for a long, long, long time. And I want to thank you so much, sir, for coming in and talking with us about the fundraiser you have coming up. And I hope folks, we've got it up on the big screen, will participate and support the Bayer YMCA. Thank you so much, Rob, for coming in. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we will be right back. We got a lot of great more information to give you about what's going on here in St. Louis. Come on back.
Operation Wonder Park is a go!
There's nothing more powerful than imagination. But don't just imagine. Use STEM to change the world.
Who's with me?
It's gonna hurt tomorrow.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
There's so many reasons to love St. Louis, you can't pick just one.
What I love about St. Louis is the 79 unique neighborhoods and 108 beautiful city parks, including Forest Park, which is actually larger than Central Park in New York, and the gorgeous Tower Grove Park right here.
And there's always something new to experience, no matter the time of day or the season. So come and experience St. Louis.
welcome back to City Corner. I'm Robin Boyce, and in the studios with me right now is the incomparable, I love it, Miss Odessa Moray Saunders, who is the Managing General Partner of Logistics Design Strategies that's called LDS Management, LLC. This is an organization that for a long time has been a part of Odessa's life and lifestyle, and along with her husband, Jack Saunders. They work with landlords and developers and nonprofit organizations and churches to design and develop new things for churches and commercial operations throughout the St. Louis area. And they've been doing this for years and really helping people out. I know for years, Odessa, you all were doing a lot of work and were responsible for a lot of what you see over there. I guess that is Sarah Vanderven, I think it is, and Martin Luther King. Y'all did a lot of redesigning and helping out over there years ago.
Yes.
And those items, those buildings are still there, the newer facilities that are there. And we're trying to get some things done over there in the 3rd Ward, which is the Ville area.
4th Ward.
It's the 4th Ward. Okay, it's gonna be something different now. It's a new number.
Exactly.
But anyway, and a lot to do with the Homer Phillips Hospital redevelopment. You all worked quite a bit with that.
We developed the concept, the planning concept. We were on the team.
Over the years, a lot of developments have come and gone. North St. Louis specifically, which is what a lot of people are jumping up and down about right now, as they should. There's so much redevelopment that still needs to happen in the communities over there. Are we going to see, I would say within the next, I would say 5 years or so, some new good things with the Fed dollars that we're getting in here now and some of the other things that happen? Are we really going to see some things really moving forward, i.e. the mapping center that's going down at KS and Jefferson? But besides that, moving north past that, are we going to be seeing some things?
I hope so, Robin. As you know, this has been a over 30-plus year mission that I kind of came into.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that my husband, my current husband, Jack Saunders, we were business partners.
Right.
Before we were husband and wife. When I met him, he was at HUD.
Okay.
And was taking an early retirement to start his business that was focused on North St. Louis, him being an urban planner, WashU graduate. Then that was his focus and wed to St. Louis. A St. Louis native from the Ville. Very interesting story, which he's working on his book right now.
Good, I'm glad.
And that is what he's doing at this point. But when I joined him in business, I was with City Corp.
Right, you were in the banking industry.
Right. As a matter of fact, I had spent most of my years in New York and actually came back. I'm originally from St. Louis, but came back to St. Louis as an opportunity to come back to St. Louis. I went with City Corp mortgage company and was one of 5 officers that helped develop their mortgage business here.
Okay.
We didn't even start out under our name. I headed up South County territory for City Corp. There was someone in West County, someone in North, and of course we went to Illinois and we bought up savings and loans and actually came in. And then I was also, besides being a market manager for City Corp, I was also assigned by Citibank New York as government liaison officer to influence the deregulation of banking. I had worked in the holding company on Wall Street for Chemical Bank New York, now JP Morgan Chase, doing the research as to how we could do business outside of New York. And mortgage business was one of it. I was on John P. Laware, who became part of the Federal Reserve Governor's Board later. I was on his 4-person team, and we researched doing mortgage business. And they used to tease me and say, let's put it in St. Louis.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, now...
If it works there, it'll work anywhere.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting. Now, looking at moving past the mortgage industry, which is huge, has gone through a lot of changes over the last 30 years, as a matter of fact, and moving into just development of a community like North St. Louis. What's it going to take? I mean, seriously, it's like a standstill, a stall. It's like nobody is moving. What's going on?
Actually, when it first started out, now truly, when I did join Jack in business and left City Corp, we were doing, we had on staff architects, salespeople, and we were private business, and we were doing rehabs. Okay, we were working with some of my people that had come with me, my appraisers and everyone from City Corp, and we were packaging for individual developers. And we used LRA land. We did property management because a lot of them used Section 8 housing, and developed a lot of 2-family and 4-families over in North St. Louis. Well, it came to a point that we were amassing and getting many done, and we were going through Bowman's Bank, our bank. And we were closing and rehabbing. And then all of a sudden, when this is where redlining did come in. And Justine Peterson and I went to real estate school together before she died, just to kind of conquer some of this. Because there was no reason for them not, so you based on the appraisals.
So you were getting some stall out because of redlining that still goes on in the St. Louis area. I mean, let's be real, y'all.
That's true. But I believe after these 30 years, I've stayed involved with the community planning and as a thought leader, as serving on boards, commissions, and everything. And the idea was to get policies in place to do different things.
And we've got those in place.
And a lot is coming together. You have the SECRA. I'm on the Consumers Council for Missouri, and SECRA, which is the reform of the banking. And some of the things are being put in place that it's hopeful. It's hopeful. And there were some policies and some state-level things and federal-level things that all had to be lined up together. And yes, it's taken quite a while. And there's still some maneuvering. But I always say, you know, if you know it's there, it's there. You had to get to working with some of the community organizations. I mean, I started up for the Ville neighborhood at least 3 or 4 not-for-profits and the community piece. And that's how I came to actually working on concepts. After we did the MetroLink Joint Development Study during the Bosley term, then remember, I came from a private sector. Mine was all economics.
So it was a little different moving into governmental
And so I had a lot of learning to do. But who better than my husband, Jack?
Well, Jack basically has always been community-oriented, coming straight from the community. Being an individual who understood the needs of the community, urban strategies, that whole concept there. And moving forward, say, to 2020, with our new mayor, we got the wards. Lots of things are about to change in the city that are for the positive for the city.
We have opportunity.
We're going to have 14 wards rather than 28 voices heard now. That brings down a whole different brain trust that will be there now to help continue to develop things in the St. Louis city. Hopefully, we will see some real movement in North St. Louis soon, you think?
I see it. I see it from both ends. I see a more willing community effort.
Got you.
You know, that's and we're moving towards. They named it the Delmore Divide after the young man from Britain came and said it.
Okay.
But it is the other side of the tracks.
So you're seeing some development now.
I see some. I see the resources lining up, the public policy lining up. I see the opportunities lining up. And that's kind of why I said it's time to get back in here. Because it's time to get back in here because there could be some missed opportunities, especially on the grassroots level. Yes, you have the arts money. You have people talking tourism now. It wasn't, we spent time traveling around the African American Arts and Cultural Tourism Forum. We convened in 2000 with the History Museum, the Urban League, and Regional Arts Commission. We brought in Mr. Dreer's daughter, who is a journalist out of Washington, D.C., to facilitate it. At that time, we had the presentations of the Jeff Vanderloo area. That was Yvonne Sparks. You had the Griot Museum was represented. We had the Miles Davis piece.
Some of those things are starting to come together. We got to wrap up the show, but some of those things are really starting to come together at this time, and you're gradually seeing a movement towards. I mean, the House of Miles is in Illinois now, headed up by a very, very good young lady, Miss Lauren Parks. And we've got other really good things that are happening. Urban League, I am just overjoyed at what Michael McMillan has done with the old Sears building, 1408 North Kings Highway.
But what better?
It is, it's a jewel. I mean, what that young man has done has been fantastic. I got to have you back on. Hopefully one day I'll be able to get the girls back in here so we can just talk.
Now that's it.
That would be
women's.
Awesome. It's Women's History Month, and I want to thank you, ma'am, for coming on and talking about some wonderful history from a historian. Miss Odessa Moray Saunders. Thank you, ma'am, for coming in and having a good time with me. Thank you.
Cooperative partnerships work.
They do. And I want to thank you so much for those parting words. It's time, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time here on City Corner.